the best seat in the house.
Now, normally you wouldn't think the words "on a barge" would equate with the best seat in town, but in this case they do. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Town Point Park in Norfolk. This is where the ships, many of them, ended up today. They ended their long journey of OpSail 2000, this leg of it from Miami to here in Hampton Roads. The ship right behind us, that's the Pride of Baltimore, just one of many you can find down here if you come join us over the weekend.
Now, these ships, as he just told you, actually started out in Puerto Rico. From there, they headed to Miami, and our Carter Evans was actually on one of the Coast Guard ships, the Eagle, actually. He came up from Miami on the Eagle.
That's right. He is still aboard the Eagle. No doubt he has a few sea stories to tell. Carter?
Let's take a look here as we come up the stairs to the galley. I want you to get an idea of what life aboard Eagle is like. So let's walk inside the galley here, and you take a look at how small this area is. In this small area, they cook 800 meals a day, all in this tiny room. And if you think this is tight, you got to check out the living quarters. If you enjoy your personal space, then don't try and live aboard the Coast Guard Eagle.
Right after the decent grill.
200 sailors live on this ship and in very close quarters.
They're basically kind of tight. We share this little space here with 16 other guys now.
The third-class cadets have the lowest rank and the smallest berthing or sleeping areas.
All our clothes, everything that we're going to need for 5 weeks is right in here.
If you thought the third-class quarters were pretty tight, check out the media accommodations. Not too shabby, huh? It's been a very long week out here at sea. Through the watertight doors is a classroom/dining hall. About 175 people eat here 3 times a day. Moving up in rank now, first class has a small lounge and nicer, slightly more spacious racks to sleep in.
It's only 15 people, so you know, little privacy, you get to know folks stuff in too.
Privacy with 15 people?
That's privacy.
On to the Chiefs. Again, a bigger lounge, and get this, their very own refrigerator. This is O Country, where the officers live. The captain has his own cook, and the officers have their own dining area and staterooms.
It's a little bit more space, a little bit more privacy.
They've certainly earned it. Many of these officers were once cadets themselves. It was definitely tight living quarters aboard this ship, but it didn't make the trip any less enjoyable. Thomas, I wish you were aboard. You would have really enjoyed this trip, actually.
Yeah, I think I would have. And after about a week on board here, Carter, I'm sure you've learned that there are a lot of rules that go along with sailing vessels like this one. And of course, there are a lot of rules that go along with the OpSail 2000 festivities. And of course, I got put on the mission today of putting together your OpSail Survivor's Guide. OpSail 2000 is here for all to enjoy, and check out these guys. They're pretty good, but before getting carried away in all the excitement, organizers and police want us to remember a few important things.
Take some time so you can enjoy the entire experience, and sometimes the experience is getting into the area.
First, let's talk about the OpSail don'ts. Police say don't carry too much cash. Of course, be sure to lock your cars, leaving nothing valuable in view. And speaking of parking, some of the downtown meters will be out of commission. Look for some signs, and if you park in an area that has a sign, it could possibly be towed. Plus, take it easy on the alcoholic drinks. Remember to drink plenty of water, and plus know your limits, especially in the heat.
And be conscious of alcohol consumption, particularly those that might be out on the water. In the boats, we're particularly concerned that our boaters abide by the safety regulations.
And coolers, they're prohibited, so leave them at home, as well as pets. OpSail is not pet-friendly. And no bikes, roller skates, skateboards, and of course, no weapons. And now that we've highlighted the OpSail don'ts, let's talk about the OpSail do's. If you're bringing kids, police say dress them in bright colors, easy to spot colors. Some parents even tie a balloon around a child's belt loop so they can be spotted easier in the crowd. Also, have the kids carry some sort of ID in case you do get separated. Plus, guys, if you are carrying a wallet, put it in a front pocket. Also, remember landmarks nearby to where you parked. That will make it easier to find your way back home.
A little common sense will go a very long way. Just do what you would normally do on a summer vacation with a lot of friends.
And now here's some other tips for you. This was my bag today. Suntan lotion, water, a hat, my cell phone, a disposable camera, because you don't need to bring an expensive one down here to get all the snapshots you need. and some sunglasses. And of course, Les and Alvita, the right sunglasses are the way to make OpSail 2000 an event to remember. I'm sure you guys brought your bags for this evening's
absolutely.
event,
I
right?
had one more item. I brought these because, you know, this is such a huge event. It really does stretch on and on and on, and this is a great way to check something out and then decide if you want to walk all the way down there and get a closer view of it.
We've all been taking turns using them, so it's been neat.
Thomas, thanks.
You know, OpSail, we actually should feel pretty privileged because OpSail isn't something that happens every year.
No, in fact, the last one was in 1992, marking the 500-year anniversary of Columbus's discovery of America.
OpSail actually was started in 1961 by President John F. Kennedy. It's meant to promote international goodwill and education. One of the things that you probably have already gathered, there are a lot of people already down here. Some of them still haven't even made it down here yet.
And coming up, we're going to show you the best way to get around.
You're watching WAVY News 10 at 6. With Alvita Yule, Les Smith, Don Slater in the Super Doppler 10 Weather Center, and Bruce Waiters Sports.
Welcome back to the Elizabeth River Town Point Park in Norfolk for OpSail 2000. WAVY News 10's continuing live team coverage of this spectacular event. Lots of people have gathered, lots of boaters. We've said this before, but we really do want to emphasize a lot of people want to drive down here. That's just not the way to go. The best way to go is park somewhere else and let someone else drive you down here.
That's right, and one of those ways of letting someone else drive is the shuttles, folks. Here's the map of where those shuttles are. There are 4 hubs where you can hop on: Military Circle Mall in Norfolk, Harbor Park in Norfolk, and on the peninsula from Thomas Nelson Community College in Hampton.
And in Portsmouth, you can take a shuttle from Tower Mall. And again, shuttle buses are the way to go, folks. Don't try to get your car down here. Our Miriam Nabazad has been keeping an eye on traffic and how folks are getting around. She joins us now with more. Miriam?
Les, Alvita, you're right. There is no need to drive. You can come out here, take a bus. Just like this one you see behind me, as you can see, it's bringing people in from the peninsula and other parts of the south side here to this meeting point, and from here they take buses that leave from here about every 15 minutes or so, and they are going to different parts of Norfolk, the Ghent area, mainly the waterside area where the ships are. Now, a lot of people we talked to today either took the shuttles or they tried to park downtown. A lot of them did manage finding spaces in the decks around waterside, so they didn't have it too much of a problem with trying to make it downtown.
Tomorrow we're going to. There's going to be buses running from Chesapeake, and that's where we're from. So we're going to be utilizing those buses tomorrow. But they didn't have any today.
Well, we could have driven down to Harbor Park because that's where the shuttle dropped us, and you know, other than that, it was great.
Now, as you can see, they've got a lot of traffic control here at Harbor Park, people directing people where to go. Fortunately, there are some parking spaces out here right now, and so if you do decide to come here instead of taking one of those hub shuttles to Harbor Park, then there will be places for you to park. It's a $5 ticket to park here at Harbor Park, and then you can take the shuttle buses on to Norfolk. So definitely more convenient to go this route instead of driving through downtown, especially with a lot of roads that are closed. And if you want more information on what roads are closed, you can visit our website at wavy.com. Les, Alvita?
All right, thanks a lot, Miriam. Of course, that is one of the best ways to get around. But if you don't want to get around by shuttle, maybe you want to travel it on the Elizabeth River.
Yeah, you can always take the ferry. That's a beautiful way to go. Let's take a look at the schedule. It runs tonight and tomorrow night until 1 in the morning. Sunday and Monday, the ferry runs until midnight.
And the rides will cost you only $1. Hampton Roads is a very busy place because of OpSail right now, and it will be all weekend long.
And with the heat, emergency personnel will also be busy. And we'll be right back.
They're working to keep festival goers safe. I'm Ava Hurdle with a live report straight ahead.
Well, it just goes to show you it's not just tall ships down here. There are lots of ways to get around during OpSail. Hi, guys. Wave to the folks at home.
How are ya?
That looks like a fun way to travel, actually.
It does look like a fun way to travel, better them than me. But it seems like a lot of fun out there. But emergency crews have also been out here actually for your safety, trying to make sure that you stay safe.
A lot of people coming down. Going to be hot this weekend. That could be trouble for some folks. Our Ava Hurdle has been talking with emergency personnel to see how they're preparing. Ava?
Earlier today and at last check, about a dozen people had to be treated for heat-related illnesses here at Town Point Park. Medical emergency crews have come up with innovative techniques for a quick response. Roving bike teams of paramedics are among the first to respond to any medical emergencies in Town Point Park.
We just have virtually a scaled-down ambulance.
Mike Carden says he has basic first aid and advanced life support equipment in his bike bags.
We carry up on the front is where we carry our basic first aid supplies such as cling 4x4s, Band-Aids. In the back we carry more advanced life support equipment. We carry resuscitation bags. We carry an automatic external defibrillator. We also carry oxygen and an IV kit on the back of the bicycle.
There's also the difficult access rescue transport, or DARTs, that have gurneys aboard.
We'll be taking patients to the first aid tents. From the first aid tents, if we have patients that need to be transported, they will be transported from the tents to the main ambulances, and that'll probably be handled by the DART units also.
But it doesn't stop there.
We also have boats that are prepared to actually take a patient from the water area. If we find it might be quicker to take somebody from the festival area and traffic can't get in, the ambulance can't get in, we can take them via boat to an outside location where we can have somebody waiting.
The city has also set up a mobile command center next to Town Point Park to assist with emergency calls. Also, there are several first aid stations set up throughout the park to assist people if needed.
With the power of Super Doppler radar technology, here's your Super Doppler 10 weather with Don Slater.
No, we actually couldn't have asked for any better weather out here today.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of a change, though, in the last 20 minutes or so. We've got some clouds rolling all around us.
Some ominous clouds, ominous clouds.
That doesn't even sound good.
No. We've had some one lone area of thunderstorms off to our west, kind of blocked out the sun a little bit. And I'm going to get up and, excuse me, you all right? Ready?
Oh, we're
Need
fine.
anything while I'm here?
Just amuse ourselves.
But if we looked off to our south, across the harbor, we could see another area of showers and thunderstorms that are out there. They do not look particularly dangerous, and one can assume that they are moving toward the northeast, which they generally do. Well, let's have a look at Super Doppler 10. We'll show you what's going on. And we can see, again, the one area which has bypassed us to the west is now moving on toward Newport News, and it looks like it should cross the James River shortly. The other area over Suffolk, again, is not particularly powerful, but we are seeing some other ones into Gates County, North Carolina, and farther southward. Everything is moving northward generally. Let's have a look at our Super Doppler 10 radar network and be able to show you the movement over the past 8 hours. Again, you can see generally everything moving northeastward. Not a huge amount of rain out there, but everything, and it's not particularly powerful. By 9 o'clock, still a few scattered showers and thunderstorms well inland. Set things into motion. It falls apart during the overnight hours. We're left with kind of a haze in the air. Through the day tomorrow, some sunshine, some cloudiness. There's where we are tomorrow evening at 7. And then into Sunday morning, some scattered showers and thunderstorms as a cold front tries to make it into the area, but does not do so. We've got a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the next couple of afternoons, but not real great. Now, Saturday morning, 70 to 75. Pretty much the same again for tomorrow, 88 to 92. On into tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow night and Sunday morning, 70 to 75. And by Sunday during the day, a little bit cooler, a little bit more cloud cover, 85 to 90 degrees. How about humidity? Wherever you see orange, it's very high. We're kind of flirting with it. Well, we're not flirting with it there. Into tomorrow afternoon and Sunday morning. And then we take you on into Sunday afternoon. Again, very high humidity throughout the area. Here's a look at our tower cam and a look at what's going on through the region. Lots of big ships out here. Take a look at our current conditions through the area. We have partly sunny skies, and again, some thunder showers are trying to kick up. It's 93 in Norfolk. Newport News reporting in with 90. The low last last night, 73. The high today is our current temperature reading of 93 degrees. Here is our 5-day outlook. We are again looking at a slight chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon hours. The next couple of days, a much better chance coming up on Monday. Tuesday, 88 degrees. Wednesday, 87. But who cares about Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? We care about the weekend. And again, we've got only a slight chance of afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms. All this heat and humidity, it bubbles up and starts to rise. And, you know, it's just a typical summertime thing. They don't look particularly powerful at this point.
Don't let it stop you from coming down here if you want to, that's for sure.
Yeah, so far so good. And it looks like it'll stay that way, too. It looks pretty good.
We hope so.
Okay.
Thanks, Don.
We'll be back with more live coverage of OpSail 2000 from downtown Norfolk right after this. Back live at Town Point Park in Norfolk, you're looking at the tall ship Sagres from Portugal. Interesting history on this one. It was built in Germany in 1937. Even served during World War II. It was damaged by a mine while delivering troops in the Baltic Sea. It was later captured by American forces in 1945, bounced around a little bit, went to Brazil for a while, and now owned by the country of Portugal. You may have seen it in the parade of sail this morning. It has distinctive red crosses across its white sails, so look for that when they head out of here later on.
Came over from Fort Story actually earlier today, up on the peninsula actually. Fort Story's down in Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach, past Fort Monroe, and
That's right.
I have stopped here at Town Point Park in Norfolk. I know a lot of you are still thinking about whether you're going to come down. Shuttle buses really are the way to go. We have a schedule of places you can pick them up. There you see them, Harbor Park, Military Circle Mall in Norfolk, two of the places where you can park and then just ride on down here.
Also, don't forget Thomas Nelson Community College in Portsmouth. You can also take the shuttle from Tower Mall, so don't forget that. Of course, our coverage of OpSail definitely isn't over yet.
That's right. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. Coming up tonight at 7 o'clock, a live special here, 7 to 8 o'clock, a wrap-up of all the day's events and a look ahead to this weekend as well.
And tomorrow night at 6, join us for our special on our sister station, Fox 43.
And before we leave you for now, Don Slater's checking the skies one last time. There are a few thunderstorms around.
But not that many.
Still looks good so far.
Yeah, still looks good. Not that many, and they are not that powerful. Let's have a look at Super Doppler 10 if we could. You can see one headed toward Newport News, another one over Suffolk that is not really showing signs of strengthening. And none of these are real. Obviously, there aren't that many of them, and none of these have shown real signs of being real powerhouses. So again, yes, we're looking at a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. Chances are that most of us will not see them.
Come on down. The party is just getting started here at Town Point Park in Norfolk. It's going to run all weekend long. A big, busy night ahead. This is a great way to kick it off.
We've definitely enjoyed bringing you OpSail 2000 from our vantage point right down here in Town Point Park.
Don't forget our 1-hour live special coming up tonight beginning at 7 o'clock. We will look for you there.
Good night.